polygons, and circles. We're going to first learn a lot of the vocabulary. There are two ways to classify them when it comes to simple or not simple, closed and not closed. So simple means this. The lines do not cross. This one is simple. This one is simple. This one is not simple. See how the lines cross? This one is not simple because the lines cross. Closed means there's no gaps. Okay, the ends meet. This one is closed. There's a gap here. That's not closed. This one is closed. There's a gap here. That one is not closed. We also classify them as convex and not convex. Now, used to we called this concave. Here's the difference. All of these go out. You cannot put a line through here that will include a hole that will be outside the figure. Here, see how this caves in? I can put a line here that will be outside the figure. So this one is not convex. All of the blues are convex. The reds are not convex. They're concave. They cave in. We also call polygons regular polygons when they have equal sides and equal angles. So here we have 3 equal sides, 3 equal angles. Here's 4, 5, and so on. We also name polygons based on the number of sides. 3 sides is a triangle, 4 sides is a quadrilateral, 5 sides is a pentagon, 6 is a hexagon, 7 is a heptagon, 8 is an octagon, 9 is a nonagon, 10 is a decagon. We have special ways to name triangles, the three-sided figures. If all the angles are smaller than 90, we call it an acute triangle. If one angle is 90 degrees, we call it a right triangle. And if one angle is bigger than 90, like this one, we call it an obtuse triangle. We also name triangles by their sides. If all the sides are equal, we call it an equilateral triangle. And by the way, when it's equilateral, it's also equal angular. If 2 sides are equal and the third one is not, we call it an isosceles triangle. If no sides are equal, we call it a scalene triangle. And you need to remember that the sum of all the angles inside a triangle add up to 180. We're going to use that in the next example. Here's some basic types of quadrilaterals. Okay, so quadrilaterals, they have 4 sides here. A trapezoid has 1 set of parallel sides, the others are not. Parallelogram has 4 parallel sides, but the angles are not equal. A rectangle has, and when I say 4 parallel, I mean opposite sides are parallel. Let me clarify. Rectangle, opposite sides are parallel. All the angles are 90 in this one. So it's a special parallelogram. A square means all the sides are equal, opposite sides are parallel, and you have 90-degree angles. A rhombus is a square that's kind of been squished over. Okay, it has all equal sides, but not all equal angles. So let's look at this. When we talk about angles of a triangle, here is a little thing that will show you why they're all equal. If we rotate these angles, in other words, we take the red one, we stick it up there, the yellow one and stick it up there. See how they form a line, and we know from the last section that a straight line is 180 degrees. So this just shows you a visual of it. Let's look at this example. It says find the measure of each angle. We're talking about interior angles of a triangle, so we know they add to 180. So we're going to have x plus this angle, which is x plus 20, plus this last angle, 210 minus 3x. And we know that this equals 180 degrees. Now let's combine some things. We can put all our x's together. 1x, 2x, minus 3x. That's going to give me a negative 1x. Okay, and then I can put my whole numbers together. So that's going to be plus 230 equals 180. I'm going to move my numbers to the right, so I'm going to subtract 230 here. And I'm going to have negative x equals a negative 50. And I'm going to divide by -1. Whoops, change colors. When I divide both sides by -1, that's going to make that a positive 50. So I know x is equal to 50. Now I need to go back up here and I need to plug that in. So get a different color again. I know this angle is 50 because x is 50. Okay, this angle is going to be 210 minus 3 times 50. Okay, 3 times 50 is 150. So we're going to have 210 minus 150. And that's going to equal 60. And up here, when I plug in 50, I'm going to have 50 plus 20, which is equal to 70. So my angles are 50, 70, and 60. And those add up to 180.